Alright, bro. So, here we go, dude. The beta just ended today. I played it from, I believe, the minute, honestly, legitly, the minute it started. The minute the beta started. First game, not gonna lie, I did rough. I'm pretty sure a lot of people also did rough. I didn't like fucking go negative, but I had a rough game. I was just like, yo, like, okay, this already feels a little off. So, right then and there, that did set me like a bad tone. But then I was like, you know, I like it's first game jitters, bro. Like everybody has that, dude. Like you gotta get used to it. But over time, you know, as the days went on, hours went by, I was like, yo, like, I fuck with this game on the low. It's like, it's basically what they said it was gonna do. It's like a faster paced BO4. So, just to get the final, like, rating and shit out of the way first, so then I could talk about the pros, the cons, and all that shit. Honestly, from the beta, I can genuinely give the game a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10. The game only is not getting an 8 because it shut off my console twice. And I can't put up with that after last year. MW did that shit like 1,000 times to me. It made one of my good friends, Hovacane, literally lose an Xbox because his Xbox fucked over entirely and it just wouldn't reboot itself ever, and it was stuck on the opening, like the reboot Xbox screen, the green screen, for 2 days straight. So yeah, fuck that. I'll never go through a COD that does that shit again. But okay, I'm gonna do all the cons, and then at the end I'll just do all the things I like about the game. So the first con, all right, imagine playing on console, relax. First con I got is the aim assist in that game feels a little wonky. Like, there are so many situations where, like, I'll sit there, I'll have the perfect shot on the kid, and, like, he'll do a random ass maneuver, slide, jump, something, and my aim assist just won't track him. Or it'll over track him, and it's like I'm fighting to keep it where I want it positioned on him. Like, if he's sliding, the game tracks him and tries shooting at his, like, fucking legs. It's like, no, I want to shoot him in his chest. Cause I'm like a center mass type of player. Like, I shoot for his chest. That's just what I'm, like, naturally trained to do. It's what I trained myself to do. I don't go for straight headshots. I don't do, like, bottom torso. I literally just go for your chest and up. Like, that's really it. So the aim assist definitely needs some work. I don't know if it's because the character models have way too much movement in a third-person perspective. Because there were 1,000 times where I, like, slid around a corner and I knew the enemy player could not fucking kill me or track me after that. Because my character model was just doing some stupid shit. Like, he couldn't track it at all. So aim assist needs work. Next one, the SMGs are a little bit overpowered. In the beginning of the beta, I wasn't saying that because I did not like the MP5 in the beginning. But that's because, another thing I'm gonna just push in real quick, a lot of the weapons really suck without attachments. I mean suck. Like, these weapons are fucking terrible without attachments. And, like, the MP5 felt like, oh my god, it was like a slugfest until I got good attachments, and then I was like, wow, this gun's actually pretty good. But the SMGs are pretty fucking crazy, and I understand why they are, because, you know, Treyarch's trying to really make up for the fact that some of these maps, well, all three of the beta maps, and the combined arm maps for sure, they're a little big for a COD map, and that's not the type of maps we're used to playing on, especially in the Treyarch game. So I get it that the SMGs need to compete in some way, or else they would be, like, you know, useless. But I should not be on a fat heady with an XM4 getting gunned down by an MP5 across the map on Cartel. That's not okay. That's not okay. Headshots are not, dude. I should win that gunfight 99.9% of the time. That 0.1% should either be lag comp or just my aim is bad. One of the two. It should never be anything else. So that's the SMG problem. Oh, and especially the burst. Please, that burst SMG needs to be nerfed into the ground. That thing is way too much. I ran into a full stack running that shit, and that shit made me and all my boys get off the game for at least an hour or two. Because that shit right there ruined that lobby. Burst SMG's out of control. Oh boy. The field mic. Okay. I get it. I understand its purpose. I want to say it's broken. But then again, it's not broken. But then again, it is. So the field mic literally, like, I don't know if it enhances people's footsteps, but I do know it makes you show up in real time on someone's map, and that, I just don't agree with that. And if it is going to be like that, I definitely do not agree with that unlimited timer. That is not okay. That shit has an infinite duration until you find that shit and destroy it. And there's no, like, EMP grenade type thing in the game or anything. So, like, how are you supposed to fully counter that? Because I thought, you know, Ghost and Ninja counter it. But, dude, like, I was still popping up on people's field mics. And I ran Ghost and Ninja on every class. So it's like, dude, like, how? So the field mic, the best way I would nerf that shit, dude, you just got to put a timer on it. Put like 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and it destroys itself. It should be just a quick piece of intel, and that's it. Like to make your next move, put down your field mic, you know, wait out the time. Nobody pops up. All right, I'm safe. I can move. Like, you know. But the way it was in the beta with the unlimited timer, dude, like, people, and even I'm guilty of it because I saw people doing it, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it too. Once you get it, if you place it in a pretty damn good spot, you can just play around your field mic and get your streaks. I got my nuke playing around a field mic, and I got a nuke in the beta. Like, I only got one, but I died on 2 separate other new streaks. But it's just, I went on the streak so easily because of the field mic. They couldn't find it. They were throwing nades like crazy. But I was just telling my friends, like, yo, I'm going to put my field mic here, throw your trophy here, so they can't nade it. And it was basically indestructible. You couldn't do nothing. They had to come get it. And it's like, I get that none of this stuff's going to be in competitive, but from a public match, like, standpoint, that cannot be, like, in pubs the whole year around with an unlimited duration. That will make the game way more campy. And I lost some games in that beta due to an entire 6-stack running field mics and just everyone put it somewhere different in the map and they would just call out to each other. He's on my mic here, he's on my mic there. Like, I get it. Like, it was a cheesy tactic, but that's what's gonna shape pubs if that's a thing at launch. So please, put a duration on that shit. Please. Or give us some sort of, like, EMP grenade or something. Like, I know it's in the back in the old days or some shit, but we need something, man. And the jammer just ain't good enough. Because you can make a jammer go to waste if you don't put it in the right spot. So, I don't, like, that's all I gotta say about the field mic, dude. It needs to rework it or just put a timer on it. Something, dude. Something's gotta give. My number one complaint with the entire beta, though, is definitely player visibility. There are too many times where I died, I couldn't see the guy. He doesn't stand out. He doesn't look any different than the fucking background or the color of the wall. Like, it's just, you just can't see people in this game. And I don't know if it's because it's developed for next gen and we just can't render shit, or I don't know how far they're pushing this game graphically. I don't know. But if PC people are complaining about it, this game's pushing some serious, like, specs. And I don't know. They need to, like, put illumination on characters, put lights, do something, bro. Do something. Like, make a change, because I got killed off head glitches, off, like, straight power positions, and I couldn't even see the guy that was shooting at me. I look at the kill cam, he got a full-ass view of me. I don't even see the tip of his head. Like, no, that's not okay. And honestly, my eyesight's kind of like 50-50, so I struggle sometimes, and I died on like some pretty good streaks because of that. Like, I know it's my own eyesight to blame, but still, I didn't have a problem with player visibility in any other COD but this. MW in Warzone, yeah, but not in pubs. I can see people in pubs.
Do this without you.
The hit regs, I didn't have a big issue with it, but a lot of my friends said that they did. I know sometimes when I use the Type 63, the semi-automatic marksman rifle, that hit reg was a little wonky, you know. But other than that, I didn't mind the hit reg. I also guess hit reg really does depend on the connection of the lobby. So I don't know. So that's the hit reg. Like I said, I don't have a lot of complaints. I didn't get hit reg issues. I felt pretty fine. But maybe it's because, you know, I really stacked a lot of my guns for like muzzle velocity and damage range. So most of my guns were like hit scan. I really didn't lead shots or do any of that extra battlefield-like shit. So I just never had to do any of that. After hit registration, skill-based matchmaking, I mean, you guys hear it 1,000 times a day or like a week, dude, from YouTubers, Twitter, social media. You hear it everywhere, dude. Skill-based match, the way I see it, bro, if it's not a competitive setting, like, oh, I'm playing for a ranking system type shit and the game tells me I am, there's no reason why I should be placed against players who are trying to win a championship or anything, dude. I just shouldn't, dude. If it's public matches, it shouldn't. Like, public matches should be straight connection based. That's it, dude. Like, nothing else but connection. If I have a good connection, you have a good connection, put us on the same lobby, let's go. Like, fuck that. I don't care if you have better stats than me or the same stats as me, but you live in fucking Guatemala and I live in the US. Clearly, you're gonna have the advantage if your team pulls host. Like, come on, dude. I gotta shoot a nigga who lives in fucking Siberia versus me in Florida. Come on, like, that's not right, man. So, I don't know. Skill-based matchmaking, apparently it was really bad weekend 1, but that's on P4, so I really don't know. But I know here on Xbox, I experienced it very badly on day 2. Yeah, on day 2, I experienced it very badly. But maybe that's because the stack I was with, because we're all pretty damn good players, and it was really bad. We won games, but we lost games, and it was like, yo, like, these lobbies are fucking sweaty. But when I, like, day 3, 4, like, I was just chilling because we had somebody else host. And, like, it felt fun. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're pubs on for people with, like, low stats or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, if it is that strong and I had to have somebody else host for me and, like, to enjoy my time, I don't want to do that all year long, man. I did that for Advanced Warfare and I never want to do it again. It's just not okay. But skill-based matchmaking should not be a thing. I understand it being a thing if League Play's not a thing in the game at launch or whatever. So, like, if they launch the game and League playing in there, you can put in skill-based matchmaking. But the minute League Play comes out, please, Fondahar, fucking Matt Scrance, one of you, just take it out of pubs. Just take it out, take it out, take it out, take it out, take it out. The maps, at first glance, Satellite was a fucking nightmare. It grew on me because I started, like, you know, learning how to properly play that map, really. If your team just holds the top destroyed plane, like, if you just hold that whole top part, you win. You just win. You can look at sand dune side, hold it down. There's an angle to everything in the sand dunes from the top of the plane, sort of wreckage. It really, if you just hold that top section, your team's gonna win that map 9 times out of 10. Miami was the most hyped up map, and, like, it was just so overhyped. Played it, I fucking despised it. I hated it so much. I fucking couldn't stand it. I couldn't. It was horrible. The head glitch central. The mid map has like 1,000 fucking pieces of cover. There's like 20 angles you can get shot from on there. All the maps have that problem with the angles. So, like, if you're in, like, the top of the wreckage on Satellite, bro, you can get shot from dunes, from the back of the spawn, and the rocks, the Humvee. You can get shot from almost everywhere on the map, and it's like, I don't have like 40 heads, bro. I have 2 eyes and 1 head. I can only see what's in front of me. I don't have full 360 view, man, unless I want to run fucking Paranoia, but I'm not gonna run that shit. So, Cartel, you already know, man. Just get rid of the bushes. Some people say the bushes and the sniper tower. I just want the bushes. But the sniper tower to me also does have to go because it's super cheesy. It's one way up, but if I really had to choose, the bushes. Just the bushes. I'll deal with the sniper tower for a whole year. I don't care. But please get rid of those bushes. I died too many times. I'll see this dude on the radar, the red dot, but I can't see his fucking character model. I'm shooting into the bush, hoping I can hit this man. But this man turns into Houdini, who did it and ran, like, and just runs away or gets away and he shoots me. It's like, oh, come on, I couldn't see him. There's people crouch walking through the bushes. It's too much, too much. I'm gonna save that one for last. The snipers in that game, they just need a lot of flinch. I understand that this game is the first game ever to not have flinch whatsoever, and I respect that. I think it's actually a very skillful change because it shows between you and me which player can stay consistently on target, you know? So I get that, and that also comes down to player movement and skill. So I like that. But on snipers, they need flinch, or if they're not going to give snipers flinch, take away the aim assist. Do something to balance out snipers. It is not fair that I have to sit here, aim, put 5, 6, 4 shot, whatever. You got to get that one shot in me at my torso or up. Like, that's not okay. That's not okay. That's the only problem with snipers, really. They're not overpowered. Like, they're not like, oh, they always one shot. I've gotten hit markered on and shit like that. I've gotten it. Shotguns and secondaries is a controversial topic. I mean, some people don't like it. I don't mind it only because I play BO4. The only problem with BO4 shotguns really were the flashlight. Dragon's Breath was annoying for like a month and they nerfed it, so I didn't care anymore. What else? Specifically to Spaz 12, it's kind of out of control. You know, I decked mines out when they unlocked all the attachments, and everybody kind of decked out their Spaz 12 too, and everybody secondary on the map was the Spaz 12, and it was just, it felt like I was playing BO3 again with the Brecci, dude. Like, every corner I turned or every guy I got into a bad situation, like I shot at him, and I cornered him. Like, he had nowhere to go. I would, you know, rush him. He has a Spaz 12 out, ready to pop my ass. And it's like, dude, like, it's so cheesy and so, like, toxic at the same time because there's a barrel that increases your fire rate. Then there was, I think, a stock or something that increased your fire rate also. So it was like, dude, you're shooting this fucking shotgun at the speed of light and it can two-shot. No. So, the only shotgun tweaking is just the Spaz 12. Please, fix the Spaz. Fix the Spaz, fix the Spaz. When it comes to the creative class, these are kind of 2 points in one. I want to talk about the lethal and tactical cheese and the gunsmith in general. So those of you who've played COD for years, or since forever really, I don't see how you can't be one of the people who don't agree with me. And the pick system, like 10, 13 from AW, I think a game had pick 12, I don't know. But any game that has pick anything, a certain amount of things on a class, you can't tell me that's the best creative class system that Call of Duty can ever go with. It doesn't matter how bad the game is, as long as that system is in the game for creative class, it's decent, you know? But forcing players to run a lethal, a tactical, field, like a field upgrade. First of all, I don't even like field upgrades. I don't. I'd rather the trophy system just be a tactical shit like that. But fucking yeah, the creative class. I don't like how, you know, everyone's first idea in that game is to spawn in, look up, cock back that fucking nade that's being thrown by a fucking MLB player or a quarterback in the NFL and just launch that shit across the map. And it instantly kills you half the time, like, and then you unlock flak so late, so that just didn't coincide with me well at all. But Yeah, the nade spam is very cheesy. It makes hardpoint a harder game mode because, like, we could get it's 4v4 this year. So, for instance, you know, you get a 4-man wipe. Your team clears the hill. The enemy team's just gonna do what? Respawn, look up, and toss 4 frags. Like, there's nothing you can do. And I know Stim's not gonna be in comp. Well, I would hope it's not. Even though the Stim shot this year really isn't crazy because it doesn't instantly regen your health or boost it. It starts your regeneration process right then and there though. It doesn't speed you up to heal, it doesn't bring you immediately back to full. No, it starts the health regeneration process. That's all it is. But I don't like how it automatically refills itself. I can see how that can be annoying because I know. There's times where I've died. I did die in the beta to people just stimming up, running around the corner type shit. I know. But like, yeah, nade spam's a problem. Quartermaster, I don't know. I wish they just made us pick what we wanted to bring. It just makes more sense. That's my personal opinion. Feel free to let me know what you think. C4, when I first heard about the C4, like it was getting rechanged or overhaul or whatever, I heavily disagreed because I know the difference between me and the standard, average player was they detonate with the actual detonator and I detonate with X. They told us when they announced that the C4 was getting reworked, you couldn't detonate with X, but you can. And I don't get it. What was the point of reworking the damn equipment if you can still do the same cheesy shit? The C4 in that game throws as far as a fucking frisbee, dude. Like, that shit flies. The damage on it is horrible, but dude, like that thing, you launch that shit. And the same thing with frags, dude. The frags fly. I just don't think that's okay because that creates randomness around the map. What if I just don't run flak because I really don't see a nade? I mean, I see a nade. I don't see a lot of like, you know, lethality because I'm like, oh well, the frags suck and this sucks and that sucks. So I'm just like, you know, I'm just not gonna run flak. But forcing everybody to run a flag makes flak a crutch perk. And what caused biggest issue was back in the day was crutch perks. If you're not running flak in that game, you're gonna get fucking naded. You're gonna get War Machine. Oh, and speaking of the War Machine, that shit needs a fat nerf. That shit is ridiculous. Apparently in the alpha it had 24 shots. Yeah, that's nuts. Having whatever it had right now in the beta, I think it was like 15. That's OD when it's like an 8-round cartridge. Like, no, that's ridiculous. And it one-shots you even with flak on. That's not okay. Did not like that whatsoever. Now the streak system, you know, the last video I posted, I kind of fucking lost my mind on the streak system, but over time they did, you know, clarify some stuff. They said, you know, the streak system is not to cater to casuals, it's more to help the tryhards and this and that. You know, you guys are known for going on big streaks, this and that, it'll help you, multiplier, yada yada yada. Wording it is one thing, but then, like, what is it called? The thought of it on paper is horrible. And the execution was, I want to say, fair. Like, I don't agree with the system. I still say we should go back to a standard score streak system. I don't care. You will never put this new score streak system, like, put it on me and make me love it. No. I like the fact, like, you know, some lesser skilled players can actually, like, do some shit now. And, like, now I don't feel like I'm the only one getting streaks. But the harsh reality of the beta was, dude, like, I sometimes really was the only one getting streaks when I played solo. Like, nobody on my team earned enough score to get a fucking, like, artillery. And that's, like 2000? I mean, yeah, like, 2000? That's not okay. The multiplier, they can tweak it, do whatever. It's not gonna be the standard score streak system that we all want. So I get that that's like one of their marketing tools for this game, but it's not gonna work, dude. If they keep this or don't add a game mode where this isn't active, I don't know how good the game's gonna do. But I will say this: when you do go on a streak in Cold War, man, the score you earn is monumental, dude. Like, I remember my nuke streak, man, dude. I was getting like 2,500 fucking score for getting a kill on a 20 piece. That shit was nuts. It was just like, dude, if you're on a score, but it was the first round of domination. I had 11,000 points in the first round of domination, man. That is nuts. That is insane. But that's all I gotta say about the score. Oh, a lot of the score streaks need buffs. Napalm Strike fucking blows. Artillery's kind of cheesy because, you know, you can just, they don't want score streak spam in that game, but it's score streak spam from an individual player. If you don't want score streak spam, it has to be for the whole fucking team. So, like, if I call in an artillery, nobody on my team should be able to call one in for like 20, 30 seconds. But right after mine, oh, I'll tell my boys, oh, call in your artillery. After he does, oh, call in your artillery. Like, we just loop it off of each other, dude. Like, the whole point of this system was to stop score streak spam, if I remember correctly. And I have a very good memory about that shit, because I fucking lost my top when they said that score streak spam was a problem in COD. But that's not, there's no such thing as that, bro. It's just good players being good players. That's all it is, man. They're playing smart, looping the streaks together to chain together even more score to get their next set. It's common fucking COD sense, dude. And if that's too hard for you, then you don't belong playing COD. I'm sorry if that's harsh, that's the truth. But yeah, Napalm Strike needs a buff. Artillery kind of needs a fat cooldown for the entire team. Chopper Gunner is good, but it's shot down in 2 fucking seconds, so that's kind of annoying. The Attack Chopper, the AI targeting is horrendous. It's like there's a fucking monkey driving the chopper. I don't know who the fuck's flying that shit, but dude, it has to be John fucking Legend himself, dude, because there's no way. What else? The RC car is retardedly broken, because I was getting 3-man by it, 4-piece. Like, I got put into a quad feed by an RC car, dude. Like, that shit's outrageous. The UAV is good. The counters, there better be a perk in that game to counter fucking your radar. Because that is the best counter UAV I've ever seen in Call of Duty. That shit gives you literally no visibility on your radar whatsoever. At least other CODs, you know, you can cheese it, still see people on the radar, kinda. But this one is nuts, dude. Let's see. What else? Air Patrol is pretty good. Air Patrol is probably going to be a crutch-ass streak for sweaty, like, 6-mans. Everyone's going to just have Air Patrol. If you ask me, bro, the best, like, streak setup in that game for me, honestly, was a UAV, because, you know, it's support for you, support for the team. It benefits everybody. Who doesn't like UAV? Air Patrol, same thing. Benefits the whole team, helps everybody. And, you know, that game's going to come down to a meta that, if it's the way it is now, when it launches, a full 6-man and another full 6-man are all going to be running UAV Air Patrol and then something lethal. And then it's just going to be a battle of the fucking Air Patrol. And I don't want that. So you got to make some of these streaks kind of nuts. And I think Air Patrol should be a very high-end streak for the amount of power it has. Because there's no limit, I'm assuming. Because on the last day of the beta, which is earlier today, I called in an Air Patrol. And there were like 4 spy planes in the air, an attack chopper, and a chopper gunner, because I joined late. I went on a pretty good streak. And, dude, my one Air Patrol wiped all that shit out in one sweep. Like, that's OD. That's a little OD. So, a streak that can literally wipe the skies clean needs to cost a lot of score. A lot of score. I think so. Because then then the game just becomes anti-warfare. Like, get on alt accounts, all of us run Air Patrol, and just fuck lobbies over. That's what the game's gonna become, dude. And I would really hate that. Headshot multiplier. Oh my god, where do I begin? I was getting mapped. I was getting deleted. I was getting desynced to hell. The headshot multiplier is way too strong. And I get why they did it, because there's no flinch. So it entices you to only aim for headshots. But still, you should get kills on that game based on who's hitting more shots. I understand headshots play a part in COD, yes, but they should not play that, like, more, like, that crutch of a role. It feels like playing fucking Rainbow. Shout out to my friend Sean, because he gave me that, like, idea. It really does, because, like, dude, you really have to sit there and go for headshots in that game if you want to consistently win almost every gunfight, or at least every other gunfight. There were gunfights where I didn't hit a single headshot, dude, and I was getting fucking beamed. And it's like, dude, how? And I watched kill cam, my health bar took a dramatic drop because I got hit in the head once. It's not fair. It creates a lot of inconsistencies. I'll insta-melt one player, run up to the next guy like, oh, I'm gonna shit on this dude. He headshots me twice, I'm out of there. I have no chance. Like, no, it's not fair. I'm glad there's no high cal. Absolutely. But there needs to be a decrease in that headshot multiplier for AR subs across the board. It just needs to be. Time to kill. Now, the time to kill is a bit of a, I don't know. Like, I want to say it's controversial. Some people like it. Some people hate it. Some people say it's way too fast. Some people say it's still kind of slow. I'll give them what they were going for. Yes, it is 1,000 times faster than BO4. But I personally think it's still a little too fast. Not MW fast. Absolutely not. Because I had my fair share of turn-ons. Like, I would shit on people after getting shot in the back by them type shit, but it seems like in that game you are really rewarded for getting the first shot, but even then I had situations where shoot first, die first, but that's just normal COD BS every year, you know, shoot first, die first, lag compensation, desync, all that shit, connectivity, all that shit comes into play. But this COD, I don't know. I think they should raise the TTK just a smidge, not overdo it like BO4, even though I think, unpopular opinion, BO4 to me is the best time to kill ever in Call of Duty, and BO2 is right there to runner up, because both of those games offer the player a chance to turn around and get his gunfight, and not just get caught off guard, or, you know, just not aware of your situation at the moment. It just allows more player skill. You know, if I'm better than you, you're shooting me in the back, I can simply just turn around and kill you. You know? Now, I know all the people who care about realism. Oh, it's bullshit that I lit him up. How are you still walking? Dude, it's an arcade shooter. Fucking deal with it, man. Like, the game's not meant to be realistic at all. Like, for God's sakes, Jigsaw is in modern fucking warfare. Like, come on. Call of Duty's anything but realistic. So they need to drop this whole realistic era or whatever they're going for in all these recent CODs. Like, just drop all the realism bullshit, dude, please. Can we just get back to the arcade? The creative class system, I already touched on that. I don't like Gunsmith. I think Gunsmith, personally, and I said it for MW, Gunsmith just gives, and I'm sorry if I offend you, but it's the sad truth, bro. Gunsmith gives bad players too much customization for their own good. If you're a bad player or a below average player and you're confident and you can easily admit it and, you know, accept the fact that, you know, I'm not as good at COD as like the average player, I know for a fact you have no idea what 50% of the attachments on your gun even do for your gun. You just like the way it makes your gun look or perform or what it does to the gun visually. That's it. That's why you run it. There's no way you know what the fuck the 5 milliwatt laser actually will do to your gun. There's no way you know what the quick draw grip does. Like, none of that shit, dude. Like, you can read what the stats are and, like, see what MW tells you or Cold War tells you. But realistically, you're just putting that shit on there because you have a slot to fill. So this all just goes back to me saying pick 10's the best system. Just give me a reflex, a magazine attachment, or a magazine modifier, and an actual attachment. Stock, FMJ, suppressor, something. But a reflex, a magazine modification, and at least a weapon modification. Other than that, that's fine, dude. I was fine with things being 3 attachments in COD, dude. It was just so much simpler. Because simple is better. The footstep audio is 50-50 for me. I had some friends tell me, you know, footstep audio is kind of big. Like, they hear people from miles away. I did hear people from a decent distance, but every time I heard somebody, they were in a fair vicinity of me where it was like, okay, yeah, I should hear this player. I'm readying myself for this gunfight, and I won it 9 times out of 10. The other times, it was just desync bullshit. When we're gonna get into desync in just a bit, just you wait. Yeah. So I think the footsteps are pretty solid. Ninja's definitely probably gonna end up being a crutch perk, so I don't expect to see a lot of perk variety this year. Honestly, I think everybody's just gonna run the greeter wild card and, you know, flag tag, assassin, fucking scavenger, because quartermaster is worthless unless you want to really throw nades all the time. And I forgot what the other one was. I think it was tracker. I don't know. But tracker's tracker. So I don't know, I just don't see a lot of variety this year coming. Only if that's all the perks in the game. If that's not all the perks, then shit, I can't wait to see what else they got. But let's just hope. I don't know if the field mic enhances the footsteps, dude, but I feel like it did, because there were times where I put my field mic in a weird ass spot, but I'd hear that dude from fucking Timbuktu, man. I would hear him and I would just sit there and wait, because I knew he was coming. He is coming. That's all I gotta say about footsteps. I'm glad it's not MW footsteps, because, you know, in MW, people heard you from across the map and they didn't want to move because they would just hopefully sit there, pre-aim you, and wait you out. But at least on this game, dude, you gotta be a fair, decent range to the enemy. I fuck with that. The movement. The movement, in all honesty, it's super fucking cheesy, dude. Super cheesy, super spammable. The average player, the below average player also can just double tap B, double tap B, double tap B. Everybody can do it, bro. It's not inaccessible. Now, BO4 slide cancel, you could argue the same thing, but a below average player did not always slide into a pre-aim. So that's what separated it. Most players just do a full animation of a slide and think that that's what they're like. That's what the slide is for. To do the entire animation. I'd rather have bunny hopping instead of sliding. That's just me. I'd rather people bunny hop around corners instead of slide cancel all the time. Slide cancel just leads to weird third-person character model glitches, weird visuals, fucking clunky ass hitbox. Like, it just leads into too many negatives. Too many negatives. Too many negatives. But that's the biggest complaint about movement, is just the sliding. The jumping's okay. I mean, I wish you could jump shot a little higher. I don't know, more efficiently, because I feel like whenever I jump shot in that game, dude, like, my bullets just fucking went everywhere. It's like running BO4 without dexterity, dude. It's like your fucking gun just flies when you jump. But that's all I gotta say about movement. Biggest complaint overall in the beta, here we go. Desync. For those of you who don't know what desync is is when you sit there, shoot at a player that's right in front of you. Say that player gets away from the gunfight, you know, he slide. He slides. So I'm gonna try to visualize it here on screen for you. Look, I'm getting shot at. I'll be around this corner, but I'll die still while I'm right here on this waypoint. That's desync. So, like, I'll get shot, I'm running, I'll die even when I get right here. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? And it's because on that player's screen, I was still here. But on my screen, I'm over here. That's not okay. That's just not okay. I don't think that that's fair. There's no way to, like, prevent it. It's out of your hands. It's just, it comes down to the game not being polished. That's all it comes down to. And I hope that, like, that is fixed. I said it in the party that I'm in right now, but dude, if this game launches with that fucked up desync, I will not enjoy it. I won't. That's my biggest pet peeve in COD, is people camping and desync. I don't like dying around corners, because I played it right, I ran around, I took cover like I'm supposed to, but I'm still dying. I should not be getting punished for doing the right play. And desync also takes a fat shit on you in that game when you're the non-aggressor versus the aggressor. So I'm sitting here, say you're like right there, I'm sitting here lighting you up, you know, shooting you. I have to back up, reload. But I know you're going to push me, so I'm going to just wait here. I got you weak. You're going to jump around the corner. You're not going to stem up or not. You're going to jump around the corner. I'm going to shoot you. But I'm not going to get any registration on you at all. Because by the time you're here on my screen, you're already over here on your screen. So it's like, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. The game rewards the aggressor every time. When I started playing super aggressive in the beta, I noticed a dramatic change in my gameplay and my enjoyment in the game. When I played it the way I like to play COD, you know, I like to play my life, dude. Like, I don't camp, I don't play slow as fuck, but dude, I like to minimize my deaths. I'm the type of player that I hate more than 10 deaths. I don't care what game mode it is, I don't care what game type, whatever. If I have 10 deaths, the gameplay is chalk, everything's bad. I don't give a fuck anymore. But when I started being the over-aggressor in a lot of my fights, dude, I just noticed, like, they can't fucking hit me. They can't touch me. There's nothing they can do. Like, he can't track me. I guess I'm not on his screen. But then when I would, you know, tune back into my old habit of play, again, I would wait around the corner. Yeah, I know he's going to come. By the time he's here on my screen, he's already over here on his screen. And, like, no, that's not okay, bro. That's just not okay. Desync is horrible in that game. It's the worst I've ever seen in fucking COD history. That shit needs to get fixed a fucking sap. No Rocky, dude. That is the biggest complaint I have in that game. Completely 99.9%, dude. Desync is horrible, atrocious. And while we're at it, please get rid of that fucking stun animation with the hand up from BO4. Please, God, that's the stupidest shit, dude. I'm a trained soldier. I should not be putting my hand up. Come on. That are all my complaints for the game. That is every single complaint that I have about that game. Things I like, very short list. But I do like some things about this game. Personally, it has a phenomenal, and you can say that's over dramatic. The foundation of the gameplay that they're going for, it's there. It is there. It feels like I'm playing COD again. It feels like I'm having fun. It feels like, you know, like it's fun to pub stomp. It's fun to go off. It's fun to, like, you know, play COD, dude. And I haven't felt like that. Honestly, if I'm being real with all of you, since Infinite fucking Warfare, dude. BO4 rekindled it for me, but I got into some stupid bullshit with BO4 and it took it away from me again, but cool. Since Infinite Warfare, I have not had fun playing COD, dude. It feels like a chore. It feels like I'm just getting on to pass time. I'm not playing because I enjoy it or I want to play. So, I'm just happy that I can finally get that feeling back, man, because, dude, that's what made COD fun for me, man. I like the gunplay in the game. I really like it. I don't know, like it's a short list, man, because the game needs a lot of work. I can tell, like, they're not done yet. I would rather them postpone the game. I know I didn't want it, but like, now that I actually thought about it, I would rather them postpone the game a little bit so they could iron out some tweaks. But hey, if they want to launch it, they can launch it. Fuck it. But the foundation of the gameplay is there. The gunplay is there. You know, the fun times is there. The color palette's there. It's just, it's there, man. Treyarch knows what the fuck they're doing, but I just hate that, like, they chose to do a Treyarch version of Modern Warfare. That's the biggest, like, takeaway from the game. I just don't like that they went the Modern Warfare route. It's just, it's not good, man. But, like, I like the gunplay, love the gameplay foundation. You know, the menu music's good. Like, it feels like you're in a good, like, you're playing a good fucking game again, dude. Like, it's so refreshing to play a good fucking game for once again, man. Like, we dealt with Fortnite for like 2 years, like all this bullshit oversaturating the community, and like that game is, I really have high hopes now because of that beta, man. And I didn't have no expectations But this is the first time I went into a COD with no expectations. Well, not really, because I didn't have any for MW and I was right. But I don't want this COD to flop, man. But I mean it, dude. If this COD flops, this is my last COD. I can't do it no more. I'll give every other COD a chance, like beta-wise, but if I just don't enjoy the beta, I won't buy the game anymore. This is the last COD that whether I enjoyed the beta or not, I was gonna buy it. Mainly, what made me pre-order this game though was the Zombies review, because Zombies just looks phenomenal. But Cold War, like I said earlier in the video, man, 7 out of 10, dude. 7 out of 10. The gameplay has a lot of fucking potential, but it just needs a lot of fucking work. And they're not hard pieces of work to put in. Couple minor tweaks here and there, buff some guns, nerf some guns. There's like, it's so much little things they could have did, and it would have had a flawless beta. They really would have, and that's what I was hoping for. But you know, I'm happy with what I got to play.
As long as you can.
I enjoyed it. I don't know, man. I hope this COD's good. If it's not good for pugs, I hope it's fantastic for pros or for competitive. I hope they don't fuck this COD over, man. And this is, to me, COD's on a life support right now with this game, man. This game right here is gonna make or break some people's careers, like competitively. So, I appreciate all of y'all who came to watch the stream. Appreciate everybody who supports me. I appreciate you if you agree with my opinion. Even if you don't, feel free to tell me your opinion. I don't, you know, judge. I mean, I judge, but I can understand where you're coming from if you're gonna be like polite about it, or you know, not rude and try to call me an asshole and shit like that. I'm just very strong on my opinion because I'm passionate about what I play and what I'm into. So you gotta understand where I'm coming from with that. But I appreciate all of you. Shout out to the 8 viewers that are watching me right now. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to the YouTube channel, everything. Without any of you guys' support, I would have never been affiliated. I would have, like, not be where I am. Like, I got my own fucking emote, dude. Like, to me, that's like a dream fucking come true. So, you guys are the shit, bro. Like, without you guys, I ain't shit. And that's a quote from, like, the GOAT Lil Wayne himself. Without you guys, I ain't shit. And it's the truth, bro. I wouldn't stream. I wouldn't want to be entertaining for you guys. I wouldn't want to play with all my subs, all the followers, the donators, whatever. Like, I wouldn't want to play with any of you if I wasn't supported by any of you, or if any of you just genuinely didn't enjoy me or my company or my content. So I love y'all all. Appreciate y'all all. Thank you for spending this hot 45 minutes, and I mean 46 minutes, about to be 47, in this Warframe mission with me and my boy Dragon. Let me go tell Dragon, say what's up. Hold on. Dragon. Dragon. Alright, he's not listening. Anyway. Y'all understand, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll definitely catch y'all on the next one. But it's been real. See y'all guys on the next stream, bro.